Alright, खूप लांबलचक असा पीस लिहिलेला आहे अँड आय एम कॉलिंग इट इंट्रोडक्शन टू रिफ्लेक्टिव्ह विस्डम. होप तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना आवडेल. People who can't live with themselves create others for convenient conversation, to seek validation, to feel alive and breathing while dying on the inside. Welcome to the so-called modern age, from an ape to apex. I was wild once, and now I speak in different tongues only to think I'm civilized. Actually, I'm a skeleton made out of bones, but I don't identify as that. By the way, we all look the same in that form, don't we? But without our charmingly deceiving personalities, who are we? That is exactly what I'm willing to explore. Who are we beyond all experience? The layers of identifying this physical self living in this physical realm are easily accessible and so can be measured. In other words, the math we created is now creating itself through the observable and also the unobservable universe. Never did we conceive that these numbers and the functional symbols that we play with will at times beautifully fall in line with the design or the nature of reality. But this is only talking about physical realm. To open the layers of the mental realm is equally fascinating. And fortunately, we don't need any math here. Beyond all identifications, beyond thoughts, beyond emotions, beyond memory and imagination, even beyond the layers of consciousness, even beyond the mind. Hold that thought. Speaking of identifying a skeleton made out of bones, this skeleton made out of bones holds multiple organs and has its very own functioning network of complexity which is working towards a common goal called keeping me alive. Now, out of these multiple organs, there is one who stands out the most. The one who is assisting in writing this, the one who is reading, listening and processing it, the one who is making sense of it all at once, the mind. The self-aware mechanism. This beautiful evil genius called mind is an absolute marvel of a creation that not only creates itself but is also self-aware. Like a loop that spins around itself to create self-referential patterns only to forget where it started and where it will end. It embraces duality like none other. The identification of the self by itself is a treasure guarded by this mind, and it acts as if its sole purpose is to protect it from each one of us. Using the layers of consciousness to its full advantage, it deceives us. Know this, that the understandable laws of physics don't apply to consciousness, no matter how hard we try, as consciousness is an independent awareness accessible currently only via the mind gate. Free from any possible calculations, theories, or values waiting to define it. The apparatus of space-time or any established frame of mind is bound to lose capturing its true essence, but we can always try. One has to go beyond the current state of mind to access it and perceive it, escaping the waking and the dream state. These two states, the waking and the dream state, are separable only until death. At death is when they collide as one. Now, should we wait for death to arrive, or should we access this particular layer of consciousness by going beyond our mind, the instrument that produces both the waking and the dream state? What we experience as reality via these functional threads of interconnect. Okay, I'll just this यहाँ से वापस लेता हूँ. What we experience as reality via these functional threads of interconnected link between the two states are worth exploring. The waking world and its shadow, the dream world, both involves false representations of reality, as the mind rolls its dice into predictable randomness for both of these states. Day after day, the events manifesting itself as if they are running on autopilot. But if you look closely, it's us who are running it, who are fueling it. The mind plays its trick on us using memory and emotions. Between the false hope of future and the memories from the past, it makes the present invisible, the here and now. The only place in which the self-inquiry could flourish its life. Now, because of all the mind's tricks, this self-inquiry is a rare phenomenon to occur in one's life. The music of life itself, the anahad naad, where all questions dissolve into the darkness behind closed eyes. Why am I here? Am I here to question reality and all its faculties? Am I here to eat, reproduce, sleep and repeat? Or am I here to question reality and all its faculties while I eat, sleep and repeat? Now, what if this self-inquiry too is a complete waste of time? Try not to fall for any tricks the mind throws at you. It's just doing its job. Let it do its thing. All you have to do is stop being its assistant. Okay? By regularly sitting into darkness behind closed eyes, we can slowly stop the mind from running its noise. This noise is nothing but all the possible data collected with the help of our outwardly directed senses. And to slow its pace, we need to go inward. Once we go beyond the mind in its true essence and true sense, the instrument will cease to exist. I'll read this again. Once we go beyond the mind in its true sense, the instrument will cease to exist. Are you willing to give yourself the opportunity to resolve this mystery hidden in plain sight? If yes, on a journey, may you find peace within. God bless. Godspeed.